Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In Top Stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Newly released 911 audio from the Hells Angels shooting in May depict a Henderson highway with gunshot victims laying on the side of the road. Review-Journal's James Schaefer has more.
Multiple gunshot victims.
Voice-modulated audio released by Henderson police captured the moments drivers on US 95 encountered a shootout between the Hells Angels and Vagos motorcycle groups. Police received 7 calls that day about a shootout between the rival motorcycle gangs, leaving behind 25 bullets on the highway near College Drive.
I have 2 right now, 1 down, 1 in the chest. Approximately 60-year-old male in the chest wound. Approximately 50-year-old female. Looks like an injury to the back. The call are superficial.
Okay, we do have the call and we have the officers that are on their way.
Prior to the shooting, Vagos bikers were participating in the Flags Over the Dam ride near Hoover Dam. The Henderson shooting following that left 7 people hospitalized and 3 men charged with attempted murder. For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm James Schaefer.
Plus, a high roller poker pro accused of cheating is no longer in the WSOP main event. Ali Imsurovich was hounded by allegations from fellow poker pros mocking him on social media. He was eliminated Monday, earning only around $46,000. An ex-raider, Henry Ruggs, appears in court today to argue the results of his blood test taken after the 2021 high-speed crash that killed a woman, and if they should be used as evidence in his trial. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more on the judge's decision.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs was in court this morning where his lawyers argued that the result of his blood test should not be admitted as evidence. Justice of the Peace Ann Zimmerman denying that motion. Ruggs' defense team argues the police didn't have the legal reason to ask a judge to authorize a warrant to obtain his blood. One of Ruggs' attorneys saying, quote, "True probable cause does not exist. The mere fact that Mr. Ruggs was involved in a fatal accident collision does not in itself give rise to a probable cause to believe he was under the influence of alcohol."
She basically said that the totality of the circumstances surrounding the crash was enough to show probable cause to get the arrest warrant.
Ruggs' preliminary hearing, now scheduled for September 7th, has been postponed several times while his lawyers have fought to block the release of his medical records. Ruggs faces a mandatory 2 years in state prison and possibly 50 years if convicted.
In Business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada. Bank on accountability. Gas prices take a 25-cent dip per gallon. So is this a trend in the right direction? The average price of gas in Nevada stands at $5.38 per gallon today, even lower in Clark County at $5.29.
It's still expensive. My car, when I first got it, only cost me $60 to get a full tank. Now it's over $100.
Right at the beginning of the pandemic, when the prices came down to like $2.50, it was like, hallelujah, it was so great. And then it got to $3, then to $4. I think if it got back down to maybe around $4, it would feel a little better, but it still feels really high.
Experts say if demand keeps going down in theory, gas prices should as well. In Weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. If you missed last month's supermoon, here's your next chance. Referred to as the buck moon since it's the time of the year when male deer's bucks grow new antlers. It's coming up on Wednesday. As for tonight's conditions, another hot night at around 110 degrees. Temps should fall to the 90s by midnight, then high 80s by early tomorrow morning. On Wednesday, we're looking at a slightly breezy day with a high of 112 and low of 87 degrees. On Thursday, some clouds roll in, and the temps should cool by a few degrees before inching back up on Friday. The skies should clear until Sunday, when the clouds return. Starting Monday, some breezes making a comeback as well. In Lifestyle, sponsored by Visit Laughlin, an easygoing getaway filled with good food, good people, and good times on the river. Talk about the best birthday present for a gambler. Robert Mensinger of California played Let It Ride poker for an hour at the Flamingo Saturday, hitting a 5-card straight flush and winning $107,000. He plans to buy a new car. And talk about extravagant. This estate is on sale for more than $64 million, which could set a record for the Lake Tahoe area. Crystal Point Estate is located on the shores of Crystal Bay. The current record is Del Webb Corporation's $56 million purchase of the Whittle Estate, including the historic Thunderbird Lodge.
Sports brought to you by Station Casino's STN Sports. Download the app today. Before hitting the field for training camp next week, Raiders running back Kenyon Drake recently visited Argentina to volunteer with children affected by cleft. Drake partnered with Smile Train and was able to meet with parents, patients, and even visited a few local hospitals. Drake also hosted an athletic day camp for patients with Argentina's second largest soccer team, River Plate. Drake has been involved with Smile Train since 2018, and through his volunteer work, he hopes to spread positivity to those affected by cleft. Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The defending Grey Cup champion Winnipeg Blue Bombers are the plus 175 favorites at William Hill Sportsbook to win the Canadian Football League's 2022 championship. The Calgary Stampeders are second at plus 350, with the Saskatchewan Roughriders the 5-1 third choice. Winnipeg and Calgary square off on Friday in a battle of the unbeatens, with Winnipeg installed as a 4-point favorite. The host Blue Bombers are minus 180 on the money line, with Calgary at plus 160. The total is 46.
In Health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital. We're here for you when you need us. A psychiatric crisis number will be launching Saturday in Nevada and across the country. The state system operates as part of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline Network, with trained responders de-escalating calls and aiding those asking for help.
The Nevada operation typically handles 85,000 to 95,000 calls per year, a state official said this week. That number is expected to grow simply because of the ease of remembering a 3-digit number.
You can call or text the 988 number in place of the current 10-digit suicide lifeline number, which will remain operational. In entertainment, Resorts World is welcoming the classic rock band Journey with open arms starting next weekend. Neil Schoen says the concert will not be a greatest hits show, saying they may play 3 or 4 new songs to show they have more to offer than just their greatest hit list. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the Review Journal's YouTube channel for more great content. Watch Las Vegas Breaking News streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.